One of the great pleasures of rereading Feynman's lectures is that one occasionally encounters a chapter that feels less like a finished scientific theory and more like a group of brilliant people desperately trying to make sense of an increasingly unruly universe. The historical problem was simple enough. Physicists had discovered a collection of particles that behaved in very peculiar ways. Certain reactions occurred. Other reactions seemed forbidden. Particles were produced in pairs but decayed individually. Nothing appeared to make sense. So, what did physicists do? They did what physicists have always done. They invented a quantum number. The new quantity was called strangeness. And to be fair, it worked remarkably well. The new bookkeeping system immediately organized a bewildering collection of observations into a coherent pattern. Success. Problem solved. Or was it? Let us imagine an alternative history. A new particle is discovered. The director of the Institute for Advanced Particle Nomenclature immediately convenes an emergency meeting.
Director, can we explain it? Staff member number 1. No. Director, can we calculate it? Staff member number 2. Also no. Director, can we classify it? Staff member number 3. Absolutely.
The director smiles. A new quantum number is born. Funding is renewed. The particle acquires a place in the table. Order has been restored.
Professor, the particle appears to violate the conservation law. Impossible. The conservation law is conserved. But we've observed the violation.
A long silence follows. Eventually, a senior professor clears his throat.
The conservation law is approximately conserved.
Tea is served. Several papers are published. Over time, additional anomalies appear. The Institute responds with admirable efficiency. New quantum numbers are introduced. Strangeness, charm, color, flavor, hyperflavor, metaflavor, administrative flavor, contextual hyper-strangeness. A separate committee is established to study the interactions between contextual hyper-strangeness and administrative flavor under conditions of spontaneous Meta-Symmetry deconstruction. Progress accelerates. Eventually, the mathematical formalism occupies several buildings.
BBC reporter, congratulations. We understand you've developed a complete theory of everything. Director, we have. BBC reporter, wonderful. What does it explain?
Director, everything. BBC reporter, off screen. How? Director, we are currently investigating that.
The joke, of course, is not about particle physics. The joke is about science itself. Every successful scientific discipline eventually develops a language. The language begins as a useful shorthand. Then it becomes a classification scheme. Then it becomes a formalism. Then occasionally people forget that the formalism was originally invented to describe observations rather than explain them. At that point, a dangerous question appears. What if the bookkeeping system is not the explanation? What if it is merely a map? This question is not unique to particle physics. Chemistry has faced it. Economics faces it regularly. Biology faces it. Alternative theories face it too. Every research program eventually confronts the same challenge. Are we discovering mechanisms, or are we inventing increasingly sophisticated labels for phenomena we do not yet understand? After decades of investigation, the Committee for Contextual Hyper-Strangeness releases its conclusions. The anomaly has been fully explained. Only the physical mechanism, mathematical derivation, numerical implementation, and experimental verification remain outstanding. The committee therefore recommends the immediate creation of a new subcommittee. Science marches on. The Department of Contextual Hyper-Strangeness has released a FAQ document in support of its latest funding application. Question: I possess neither charm nor strangeness. Am I eligible for support? Answer: yes. The department embraces diversity across all quantum sectors. Question: my decay mode is currently forbidden. Answer: the department recognizes that forbidden is a socially constructed category. Applicants are encouraged to express their authentic transition amplitudes. Question: I violate several symmetries. Answer: please complete form CPV 17b, Declaration of Alternative Symmetry Preferences, and attach supporting matrix elements. Question: my quantum numbers are undocumented. Answer: a provisional contextual hyper-strangeness certificate may be issued pending peer review. Question: I have no certificates whatsoever. Answer: the department regrets to inform you that this qualifies you for immediate tenure. Question: what if future experiments contradict the current theory? Answer: a new subcommittee will be established to investigate the matter. Question: what if the subcommittee cannot explain the anomaly? Answer: the department will introduce an additional conservation law. Question: what if the new conservation law is also violated? Answer: the department has extensive experience dealing with such situations.